Hello everybody! It's Dana Sullivan, your Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday! How are you today, my friends? I hope you're doing well. It is almost Valentine's Day, and I am so excited to share this adorable little treat box that I have made up. I know you're just going to love it. It is super simple and easy to do, and this one I have put a couple of little fun size Hershey bars in here, but of course you could put little conversation hearts or some other kinds of candy, or maybe you put some money in there for your college students. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with what you're going to need, okay? The first thing you're going to need is a piece of white cardstock, measuring at 5.5 by 5 7/8. You're going to need a piece of acetate. This is the clear window film. It measures 3 3/8 by 2 1/4. And then you're going to need some little bits and pieces, whatever you're going to use to embellish your box. I've got a little scalloped oval frame here. I have a beautiful, lovely lipstick foil heart and some other heart pieces that I am going to put on my card. And I've already stamped and I've already cut them out just to save time for today. But the stamp set that I used is the Meant to Be stamp and die bundle. So I've used the stamps that are in there and then the fabulous little dies because they're just utterly amazing. So there are a lot of little varieties to these. There are a ton of dies. They're all different sizes. They're different shapes. They're absolutely phenomenal. I just love them. And then there's this rose, which is just so cute too. So anyway, I've got pretty much everything mapped out for us. So hopefully the video will be just a little bit smaller or a little bit shorter today. So we'll see. If I stop talking and get to work, it'll help. So here we go. Let's move this stuff to the side. Here is the template that we're going to use, and I'm going to post this on my blog, so you'll be able to have the template, and I think if I can get it worked out, I'll be able to put it on there so that you can print it out. If not, I will at least have the dimensions on there so that you can make a template of your own, okay? Alright, so what you're going to need is your handy dandy scoring tool, whatever you have. I absolutely love the Stampin' Up! Scoreboard because it's huge. It's big enough for a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and it's got its own stylus, which is fabulous. Alright, we're going to start on the 5 7/8 side, and we're going to make our first mark at 3/8 of an inch. So we'll score there. And then our next one is going to be at 2 3/4. So we'll go there. Our next one is going to be at 3 1/8. Now not 3 1/4, but 3 1/8. That's that little smaller line there. All right. And then our next line is going to be at 5 1/2. Very good. Okay, so we've got 3/8, 2 7/8. I'm sorry, 2 3/4, 3 1/8, and then 5 1/2. All right, and then we're going to rotate it back one, and we'll start out with 5/8 of an inch. So that's the little line past the half. 5/8 of an inch, 1 inch. 4 1/2 inches, and then 4 7/8, and that's the little line before the 5 right there. All right. Okay, so now we're going to cut some of this away. now I'm going to bring the template in so that you can see this is what we're working with here. And we're going to go step by step, alright? So as you can see, the little lines are going this way. And you've got these little rectangles right here on the four corners. But down here, we're going to cut these ones away completely. So let's go ahead and cut the rectangles off. Are you guys ready for Valentine's Day? I'm making little treats for my family because I just love them so much. Alright, and then you have these little squares here. You want to go ahead from the side and cut down to the next line. So we're just going to cut this way. Now you want to make sure that you're cutting the right direction. So once you've cut the rectangle off, you want to cut in this way to make the tab like that, okay? Alright, and then we're going to turn it all the way around, and working at the other end where the other little rectangles are, you'll see a long skinny bar in the middle. We're going to start out by mitering that to the corner, and then cut all the way up that first long rectangle to the first little square there, okay? And then we're going to cut those rectangles off, just like that. And then we'll cut on the other side of the little square, and then cut that rectangle off. Alright, did that make sense? We're making a little tab right there. Now we'll do it on the same thing on the other side. So we'll miter that long rectangle. And then we're going to cut this one off completely. All the way up to the next line, which is the little square. Alright. And then we're going to cut the rectangles off. We're going to cut on the other side of the little square, and then we're going to cut that tiny little rectangle off right there. Alright, so you're left with this. Now you're going to go ahead and miter the little tab here, and you're going to go ahead and miter all the edges now at this point. So let's miter this one. You don't have to be perfect, it doesn't matter. I'm going to miter the little tab. We'll turn our piece and we're going to miter the little tab on this side. And then miter the big rectangle. And then finally the little tab on this side. Let me get that a little more here. There we go. Let me clean that up just a little bit. Alright, so now you have the same thing as the template. Let me go ahead and get rid of this for a sec. Alright. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is make the window, okay? And you want to do that before you do anything else so that it's out of the way and you're able to decorate around it, okay? So you would take the layering ovals, and I've got the sizes that I used here. I have the straight edge and then the scallop edge that I made this piece with. So I started out cutting the scallop out of the Melon Mambo, and then I ran this piece through again with the straight edge, so that way it would get the center out of it. Alright, so that's how I made that. And then on the box itself, you're going to use this piece right here. So the big rectangle on this side is the one that you're going to line up the window on, okay? So you're going to put this in and run it through the Big Shot and cut out the oval, and voila, through the magic of television, look what I have! I have one already cut. Okay, let me get the template out of the way. Let's get our handy dandy bone folder out and start burnishing all of these edges We can do that right quick. So this is a super fun and simple little box that you could dress up for birthdays or Halloween or Christmas. These would make great stocking stuffers, wouldn't they? Actually, for just any occasion, or maybe just because. Leave it sitting in somebody's car or on their desk. Just a quick little, hey, I'm thinking of you. Wouldn't that be fun? I love it. Alright, we're going to burnish the last of this down. Basically, you're just burnishing all of the score lines. Okay, so now you've got that done. It looks like this. And the way that the box fits together is we'll put some adhesive tape on this little strip here. And we're just going to line it up like that and close it down. And then we'll fold the tabs in and that's it. So let me go ahead and get my tearing tape on here. There we go. Alright. Get off my finger tape. Okay, and burnish that down a bit. Okay, now don't take this off yet because before you get it closed up, you're going to want to put that acetate window in. So let me go ahead and take that, and I find that the easiest way to do this without the mess is to take your liquid adhesive, excuse me, and just run a fine little line of adhesive around the acetate window, okay? So just a little edge, easy peasy. And this will be just enough to secure the window sheet in here so that it doesn't make a mess. But it'll fit just nicely. It'll be perfect. So here we go. And it actually fits the whole size, pretty much the whole size of the inside of your box. So you don't have to worry about lining it up or anything else. You just lay it down in there. There we go. And now our window sheet is on. This is going to keep our candy in. It'll be good. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need that glue. Alright. Now, I want to put my little, excuse me, my frame on there too. Because with the box flat, I'll be able to stick it on there easier. So let me just go ahead and use my adhesive and get that stuck on there. And friends, I hope you'll forgive my voice and my throat. I feel like I've had a frog in there for the last week or so. My allergies have really gone full blown. The weather here in East Tennessee is, I don't know what it is. It's something. It keeps changing. We were at 75 degrees for a couple of days last week. And we dropped down to freezing temperatures the other day, and now today it's cold, but not as cold as it was. So we're on our way back up to, I believe, 55 or 60 degrees midweek, and then we'll be back down to almost freezing again over the weekend. So I'm quite certain that Tennessee wants to make everybody sick. So, alright. Now I can go ahead and pull the adhesive strip off, and I may need my pick-me-up tool here. Let me have this. This thing is super fabulous for getting these things off. There we go. Alright. Now, I'm just going to line the edge up with the other edge. Nice and easy. Alright. There we go. And now I can put the box together. Super fabulous. I really like this box. It's very simple, very easy. It reminds me of the little conversation heart boxes, doesn't it? It's so cute. But it's a little bit thinner. It's a little thinner here. And but it's about the same dimensions. I mean, the relative dimensions, you know. The shape of it is about the same, and it's very cute. But it is just the right size to hold a couple of the little Hershey bars. So let me show you. Have to grab my Hershey bars out of the bag here. All right. So it's just these little Hershey bars right here, you know. Couple of little ones. Super fun. Let's go ahead and put them in here. And they fit perfectly. I mean, you would think I made the box for them. All right, look at that. Isn't that great? I love it. Okay. So there we go. Box is closed. All right, now let's get it embellished, shall we? The first thing I want to do is take some of that beautiful, absolutely beautiful polka dot tulle ribbon. I love this stuff. It is so dainty and beautiful, and yes, you can color it with Stampin' Blends. I saw another demonstrator had made a card with the polka dot ribbon, and she had colored it with a beautiful color, and it looked so sharp. It was very, very pretty. I didn't color this one, but I should have maybe. You could, of course. Well, what did I do there? There we go. All right. Now, we're not really worried about the placement of the ribbon just yet. Once we get the embellishments on here, we'll be able to finagle it a little bit more and figure out exactly where we want it to go. So don't worry too much about your ribbon as I'm sitting here fiddling with it. So don't worry about it. Let me go ahead and cut it though. There we go. Okay, we'll fuss with it later. All right, let me bring the little pieces in so you can see. With the heart right here, let me show you what I did. I'll go ahead and stamp one for you. The others are pretty simple and straightforward, so you don't need me to show you. You know how it's done. I took Blushing Bride and the little hearts that were in the Forever Lovely set. I really like these ones. The Meant to Be set has this one, and it would be just fine too, but I really liked the 3 little hearts. So all I did was stamped it off one time and then stamp it on just so that it's got a nice little faint background to it. And I'm just stamping a couple of times here, maybe 3. And then we'll close this, take our lovely lipstick, and the My Love stamp is also from the Forever Lovely stamp set. And I'm using the lovely lipstick. I'm just gonna tap, 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 as you guys already know. And then, let's see here. I want it to go this way. So I'm just gonna stamp it straight down. Super cute. Let me clean this stamp right quick. There we go. And then we would use the little die to cut it out. And I'm not going to cut it because that makes my table wobble, as you all know. But I would just like that. And then there you have it. Okay? Super simple, super, super adorable. I absolutely love it. And then you end up with this right here, and it's fabulous, and it's great and lovely. All right, let's go ahead and get this decorated. So you can see here, I have the absolutely fabulous, lovely lipstick foil paper. I used it on this one and this one. Folks, this paper is free totally and completely free with your $40 or $50 order from the Celebration. You can order from the annual catalog or the occasions catalog, either one. And when your order reaches $50 or more, you can get a Celebration item from the Celebration catalog for free. Free is good. We love free. So if you'd like to purchase something, if you would like to order any of the brand new occasions items, or if there are some things in the annual catalog that you need, adhesive, refills, or paper, or whatever, you can go to my website and make your purchase, and then it will walk you through the steps to do your Celebration item as well. I couldn't think there for a second. So, you know, it walks you through the steps, easy peasy, so you can get your own foil paper. Or actually, there are a lot of really cute stamp sets as well that are just fabulous. So, now, I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to glue one side and not the other, I have in my mind that I know where it is, but then when I flip it, I've completely forgotten which side I'm supposed to do. So if you notice, when I'm laying it down here, I'm taking my fingers over the edge that I don't want covered. So see, this way it's completely covered and I can't glue over it, and that's just my little quick tip for you. And then you can just put your adhesive on the side that's exposed, and you have a better idea for where you're going. I don't know why it is that I get disoriented like that. It's kind of weird, but you know, that's what it is. Okay, and then I can place it how I want to. There we go. Let's pull the ribbon out of the way. There. And then there's no adhesive on this side, so super fabulous. Alrighty then. The next thing I want to do is put some dimensionals on this heart. Let me get my fingers in here. Alright, now I can put dimensionals on all three of the corners here because right now it's all the same depth and dimension, so it's not going to matter, and I can put it all on here. And we'll just sit that on there like so. Big thing for this one is I just want to make sure that the dimensional I've put here isn't hanging over the edge, and it is not, so we're good. Alright, there's that one. Now the next ones are going to be a little bit different because I'm going to layer them over the top of this one, and since it already has dimension, what I want to do is imagine that my glue is going here. I'm going to put a dimensional here and here, and then I'll put a little of my liquid glue on the other side. So you remember my trick for making sure I pick the right side. I've got it covered, and I will put a dimensional there and there, and actually I'm going to bring this dimensional down just a little bit because I think it's going to hang over the edge just a bit. And then I know which side I need to put my liquid glue on. So there we go. Take off the little backing. And now I'm going to just put, whoops, hold on friend, where are you going? I want that to go all the way up against the dimensional. There we go, just like that. And then I'm going to touch that side down with the glue, and this side has the dimensionals, so now it fits on there without being wonky. You know, that technical term, wonky. Okay, because you see it would do this. If you added dimensionals on that side too, it would put it at an angle, and we don't want that. We want it to be pretty. So I'm going to put my finger over that side. I'm going to take my dimensionals and put one here. Oops. Come on, fingers, work with me. Put one there. And then put a little bit of liquid glue right there. Okay. Nice and easy. Happy day. And then we'll do the same thing here that we did on the other side. Whoops, on the other side. So we just want to make sure that our dimensionals are kind of butting up against the edge of there. So there it is. All right. We are almost done, my friends. How are you feeling? All right. Excuse me. The last thing that I want to do before tackling that ribbon is to put some bling on my little package here. Come here, friend. And we'll put one here. Super cute. Put another one here. Fabulous. And then one more right, how about right there? All right, there we go, my friends. Now you can fiddle with that ribbon all you want to. And I am actually going to leave mine pretty much where it stands, but I'm gonna come in here and just trim up the edge just a little bit. There we go. All right, folks, there you have it. A fabulous, fabulous, fabulous little box. I love the idea of using this for Valentine treats. It'll slide in somebody's pocket, somebody's little pocket book, or their backpack, or in their car, or on their desk, or in their desk drawer, or whatever. It's small enough that you can tuck it away somewhere quick and simple, and they won't even find it until you tell them to look for it, or they open their desk drawer and there it is. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you try this project out. Don't forget to head over to my blog for the template or the instructions. I'll be honest with you, I'm still learning that sort of thing, so I'm not entirely sure if I'll have a template that you can print out or if it will just be instructions, but either way, it'll be there for you. And I hope that you guys try it out and head over to my Facebook page or Instagram and let me know that you tried it out, because I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.